Luke Cage is one of the strongest characters in the Marvel Universe. Although he may seem like a regular human being, when bullets fly, knives being drawn out, bombs flying everywhere, they have no effect. This is because his skin is impenetrable or unbreakable, meaning that chainsaws and other things that's capable of killing regular human beings have no effect. Luke Cage is mostly known for being BFFs with Iron Fist, and the two would become heroes for hire. Cage led his own team of criminals trying to become heroes, called the Thunderbolts. Cage would join the New Avengers and also had a daughter named Daniela Cage, who would take the mantle of Captain America later on. Now let's move on to 5 Luke Cage villains.
Starting off at number 5, we have John Bushmaster. There are 2 characters going by Bushmaster. Both characters are brothers, so I'm just going to pick the original one, John McIver. John and his brother Quincy grew up on the island of the Caribbean Sea, where they were caught red-handed in a robbery by a shopkeeper. As a result, he beats the shopkeeper to death. As years passed, Quincy would be hospitalized due to his missing limbs that were chopped off. John, on the other hand, worked at a gun extorting business where he went by John Bushmaster. John travels to Europe to begin his trades there, but as years passed, he took over the European branch of the criminal organization called Mariah. As his branch expands to New York City, it caught the attention of the FBI and the CIA, in which they failed in bringing it down. Misty Knight was sent to take down Bushmaster's criminal organization in disguise. Successfully, he returns with Luke Cage in the picture. He uses Cage to kidnap Misty just for revenge in order to get Cage evidence who was being framed for a false crime. However, his true colors were shown and was defeated by chemicals. Returning as an unliving metal, his mutation worsened, killing him. Starting at number 4, we have Shades. Raised in Harlem, Shades had a son named Victor and would be recruited to join a gang called the Rivals, with the members Carl Lucas, who would later become Luke Cage, Willis Stryker, and Comanche. The gang would beef with another gang called the Diablos, and shortly after, Shades and Comanche were arrested. In prison, the 2 and other inmates were tortured by inmate Albert Billy Bob, not to be confused with Billy Bob Thornton. After years of Billy Bob's torture, Shades and Comanche escaped, but had plans on getting revenge on Billy. The duo tried having Luke Cage, who used to go by Carl Lucas, to join them, but ended up being caught by the police. The duo returned with weaponry, now planning to kill Luke Cage after Luke Cage declines to join them. Shades is equipped with an optic blast visor similar to Cyclops, and Comanche was equipped with trick arrows. This is all thanks to Ward Meacham, a businessman, but the duo betrayed him. Luke, alongside Iron Fist, tracked down the 2 criminals, leading to their defeat. However, the 2 escaped when police failed to remove Shades' visor, knocking Cage and Iron Fist off the bridge. Their getaway didn't last as they were knocked by a falling pillar thanks to Luke Cage. At number 3, we have Black Mariah, leader of a criminal group called Rat Pack in New York City. Their goal is to steal valuables from deceased individuals. The Rat Pack will pick up a dead body named Frank Jinks, who was married. The widowed wife hires Cage to find her husband's dead body. A Rat Pack member named Flea provided Luke Cage useful information to track down Mariah. Cage successfully tracks down Mariah and battles her alongside her goons. sent to custody, she was released from prison. Soon after, Mariah began drug dealing as a new enterprise. The drug she planned to use is named Acid Z, that's capable of making someone mentally insane and suicidal. One of Luke Cage's friends, DW, picked up this drug, leading Cage to search for him. Iron Fist went to find out where the drugs come from, in which he successfully does. Finding out it was Mariah, she hires Scimitar, who had beef with Iron Fist in the past. Power Man, aka Luke Cage, joins in shortly after, helping his friend defeat Mariah and Scimitar, including shutting down the Acid Z operation. At number 2, we have Cottonmouth. Now, there are 2 characters going by Cottonmouth, but of course, I'm just going to choose Cornell Stokes. Having a mysterious past, Cornell Stokes is a criminal drug lord in New York City, where he had his drug shipment stolen from Willis Stryker. Now, going by Luke Cage, who went by Carl Lucas at first, went to find whoever was framing him. Flea, who was associated with Black Mariah, informed Luke Cage on everything. As Flea was killed because of his disloyalty, Cottonmouth wanted Luke Cage to join him, in which he successfully does, and provided his loyalty to him by stealing heroin shipment. Cage's loyalty to Cottonmouth ends as Cage tries to steal his records. Cottonmouth and his henchman Slick attacks Cage, but both are defeated, except for Slick, who died in the fight. Cornell was sent to prison afterwards. Before we hit our number 1 spot, here are some honorable mentions. Hardcore, X the Marvel, Gideon Mace, Troubleshooter, Nightshade, Senior Moretti, Goldbug, Mr. Fish, who I've made a video on, and Kamiche. For a number 1 spot, we have Diamondback. Willis Stryker was besties with Carl Lucas growing up, and the two joined the rivals where they had beef with the Diablos. Their friendship ends when a woman named Reva had more attraction to Carl than Willis, causing him to be jealous. Willis began to frame Carl for heroin, sending him to prison. Carl became Luke Cage after his skin became unbreakable when the experiment gone wrong. Escaping the prison to get revenge, Stryker hires hitmen to kill Cage but fails. Stryker would kidnap Claire Temple and will be equipped with explosive knives. As Cage successfully tracks down Diamondback, Diamondback accidentally blows himself up. Not dead, he returns trying to become a crime lord and will have a meeting with other crime lords. It was interrupted by Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil, but managed to escape. Diamond will continue his evil deeds afterwards.
It's the world I'm on. Try to match my knowledge, but you ain't Nick Greer. Got 10 beats bumping, I rock with no fear. Got one smoke.